Mrs. François.
Oh, we've already introduced ourselves.
Already?
Yeah, I've explained that I'm a retired tennis champion. My father's a millionaire industrialist, and my mother's an English duke's daughter. So she's going to marry me tonight.
Oh, good. That's wonderful. But you'll have to wait until she's sent here before. Hurry up, Jean-Pierre.
No problem, Monsieur Albert. Everything under control.
Francois, find Max for me. I need him here now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm assured that there is no cause for alarm. In a moment, Max will entertain you on the piano. Flawless. Work permits, ID cards, medical certificates, masterpieces of the forger's craft, even though I say it myself.
You want to in the car?
He's lost his bearings. Heading south. That's not the way home to England.
Max, does Albert
Are you
know...
going along with Natalie?
You know about that?
Of course I do. I did all the papers.
Oh.
Don't worry, sweetheart. You'll soon learn. It's the Gestapo we don't trust. Not each other.
Well, it's bad news, I'm afraid. The meeting's fixed for Monday night, but we've lost the Senate and the other club. And the Gestapo are watching the stockroom behind Henri's shoe shop. Can we come here, Jean-Louis?
Well, I don't know.
It's important. Well, come on, yes or no? I'm sorry. I've got to be back in the freight yard in a couple of hours, and I've got 20 kilometers to go first. Poor devil. He won't even get that far. Well, then.
Monday?
Yes.
Yes, all right.
I shan't be able to get back into Brussels again, so it's up to you to let all the others know. And Jean-Louis, whatever happens, make sure Max turns up.
No, what's it all about?
They're taking over the lifeline.
Monsieur Balzac? Monsieur Balzac, I'll have to go now.
Oh, yes. Very well, Danielle.
There's a casserole in the oven. Don't burn your fingers taking it out, monsieur.
I'll try to remember. Thank you.
The bomber last night.
Yes.
Georges came past with his cart about an hour ago. He saw it in Griefkens turnip field with a Luftwaffe police car round it. Burnt out. A Lancaster. They found 3 inside.
3? Only 3?
Well, Father's expecting me in the shop. I'd better go. Unless there's anything else you want, monsieur.
No, I shall manage. Thank you, Danielle. Your father, how is he?
The same, monsieur.
He has courage. You know, Danielle, this isn't much of a life for you.
I like coming here.
You know what I mean. Your friend, Paul Vercourt, seems a good sort. You should get married again.
Goodbye, monsieur.
Shall we say the 2 sacks of potatoes now, Monsieur Farsac, and the rest later, if possible? Yes, certainly. In good condition, I hope. No, I can arrange to have them collected. Thank you. The bomber down last night south of Halle. Jean Barsac's got 2 of the crew.
Only 2?
Yes, so far. How are things with you?
Oh, nerve-wracking. One of the children saw his first Gestapo man, nearly panicked.
Want to go to bed for a couple of hours?
Yes, am I?
The 3 men that we've got at Dr. Kellerman's.
I've been meaning to talk to you about those out there. If they stay there much longer, they'll start getting jumpy.
Natalie's taking them down the line on Monday night.
Good.
Yes. She'll be all right. This thing's been going since dawn. Restaurant Candide. Ah, Monsieur Farge. No. You can find me here every evening. Good. Whatever time suits you, Monsieur Farge.
Bluebeard?
Yes. He's got the stuff he promised. Strictly for cash. Coffee? Well, he calls it coffee, and I'm in no position to argue. Eggs, cheese, Roquefort.
Oh, no.
Half a sheep. And some real butter.
I don't believe it. Oh. Bluebeard skating on thin ice.
Yes, I know.
Albert, why shouldn't it be all right with Natalie?
Francois is going too.
Francois? He doesn't know anything.
Well, there was a time when I didn't know anything, nor did you. He's been helping our people down in Bayonne for the past 7 weeks. He must have learned something. All he's got to do is keep his mouth shut and his eyes open. Anyway, the Germans have more on their minds besides us. That's the 3rd train crash this month.
Communists.
Yes, who else? We've got into the habit of thinking that the war begins and ends with the escape line. We've had to learn to be ruthless in our business. The communists have always been ruthless in theirs.
Well, we can't wait any longer. We'll have to stop. Comrades, I shan't keep you very long. First, our thanks to Jean-Louis and his wife for letting us come here tonight. As some of you know, we lost Lucien and Phyllis last week at the Rue de la Victoire. You're late, comrade.
Sorry, mate.
Well, I'll come straight to the point. We can go on blowing up bridges, wrecking trains, cutting power lines till the crack of doom. All we get for our pains are reprisals. And we all know how good the Gestapo can be at that game. However, we are doing well in most areas. But one area that remains apart is the evasion line network. I propose to take over that network now. What do you say, Max?
Lifeline?
Yes. Well, it's got contacts, some of them in high places. It's got political influence and it's got money. A flood of it coming across the channel from London. True, Max?
Every word, yeah.
You're on the inside, Max, not us. Now, when can we take the line over?
Wrong question. Not when, but how. And the answer is gradually. Very gradually.
Not good enough, comrade.
It's my best offer.
Well, then you better come up with a better one. Now, if Germany collapsed tomorrow, it would mean the ferocious renewal of the war that's been kept in cold storage since 1939.
If?
The real war against us. Would mean a triumph of Anglo-American imperialism and set us back 50 years. On that day, we, the only active controlling force in occupied Europe, must be in a position to take over and control our respective countries. And we must be strong enough to convince the military that we mean business.
Paul's right, Max.
Well, of course I'm right.
I agree with everything that's being said.
Good.
Except Paul's demand for instant action. It won't work. No, our only hope is to replace the evasion line workers one at a time without them realizing what is happening.
Oh, rubbish!
Let's listen to Paul's ideas.
Well, what
for a
would be the
takeover.
point? You won't even consider an immediate takeover. And he's the only one who knows who the organisers are. Hey, comrade.
Yes, that's right. It's all up here. And that's where it's going to stay. One hint of suspicion, and Lifeline will melt into thin air. There'll be nothing left to take over. No money, no contacts, nothing. Now, you stick to your business of tearing up railway lines, and let me stick to mine. Comrade.
Max, still not in yet?
No, not yet.
You might ask him where the hell he gets to these days. He's never here when he's wanted, is he?
He does have a life of his own, you know. It's a girl, maybe.
Well, I hope he has a better time of it than me. And if she's lucky, he might even marry her.
Open it.
Where did you get it?
Do you like it?
I haven't seen this since before the war. Oh, it's lovely. Smell. I smell. Oh. You know, I lay awake last night thinking about what we'd do when the war was over. I ended up dreaming about an unending line of foreign airmen. We pass them down the line, they get back to England, they fly out again, they get shot down again. It all starts again. Will it ever end, Albert?
I want to survive. I want us both to survive.
Is that all?
There's no time for anything else. Oh, Max, come here.
Yes.
You're late, Max.
Ah, but you still love me, don't you?
Oh, hurry up, Max. I open in 2 minutes.
All right.
Oh, but we're off now.
Any problems?
No, I've double-checked everything. All we have to do is go.
Good luck, both of you.
All you have to do, Francois, is relax.
Okay, don't take any risks. Promise me.
See you soon, I think.
Good luck.
You are worried, aren't you?
Oh, Francois and Natalie. What chance do they have? What a time to fall in love. Oh, hell. Oh, well. Time to open up.
Not bad, Kessler.
You like it, Elvest?
Not as good as we have in Berlin, but not bad. One has only to behave reasonably, and life can be pleasant for everybody in the occupied territories.
Exactly.
You enjoy your work here in Brussels.
Oh, very much.
You and your friend Brandt.
Major Brandt of the Luftwaffe-Polizei is my colleague, Herr
Yes,
Oberst.
yes. The lame duck I heard the other night.
For Lancaster, yes, it came down just out of Halle, out in the country.
Has Brandt accounted for the aircrew?
3 dead, 1 picked up by his men, 2, possibly 3 still missing.
Always the same. Send a man too far from Berlin and he gets slacked. It's for yourself, Kessler. A word of warning.
Herr Oberst.
Reichsführer Himmler simply... I must thank you, Kessler, for your hospitality.
Oh, not at all, Herr Oberst. It's not often that senior officers from Berlin...
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, by special request, and for all our German friends, an old song, a lullaby. May it remind them of their loved ones at home. Schlafe, mein Prinzchen, es ruht.
You see? These Belgians can be sensible.
Herr Oberst.
Ya da 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 da. Such feeling. Ya da da. She might almost be German. Ya dee da 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 da. Yes.
The Reichsführer.
The Reichsführer knows that the invasion line for Allied airmen was started as far back as 1940. He simply cannot understand why it is still active. Frankly, Kessler, it has occurred to me that you may find your work too demanding.
No, Herr Oberst. Not at all.
Maybe something different could be found for you. Further east.
Excuse me, sirs.
Yes.
Thank you. I wonder
Cordon Rouge.
if it would please the Herr Oberst to...
But of course. My dear Kessler. This is excellent. Excellent. Would it be tactless to inquire how you came by such a bottle?
Oh, in the way of business, Herr Oberst. Isn't it less important to know how the bottle was obtained than who drinks from it? Excuse me, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mademoiselle, you sing charmingly. Please allow me to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Glass.
Yes, Herr Oberst.
We Germans offer the Belgian people nothing but our friendship. Singing such as yours, mademoiselle, can only strengthen that friendship.
In our own way, we try to do what is right. If you'll excuse me, gentlemen.
Yeah. Berlin expects results. One evasion line operates from somewhere here in Brussels. Under your nose, Kessler.
Business good tonight, eh?
It's always good when the Gestapo's in. There's no eggs. What we agreed. But you still owe me those eggs. Can you get me any whiskey?
Depends.
I'll pay above the going rate. Just a minute. Just Mr. Strong, Candide. Yes, hello? What?
Trouble?
Yes.
I'll be off then.
What about the curfew?
My problem, not yours.
Anna, just hold on a minute, will you? Yes, Anna. Is that all you know? Right, thanks.
I'm a man of my word. Give me the names of the terrorists who derailed the Paris Express, and I will do what I can for you. Otherwise... You'll forgive my working breakfast, Mayor, but I've been here since dawn. You understand? You'll take coffee with me?
Oh, no, thank you.
You're making a mistake. It's excellent coffee. Well? I'm sorry, I can't waste any more time. Right. I've taken 20 hostages, all communists, most of them suspected terrorists.
They'll be shot?
Of course. Brennan, I have finished.
I've been wondering if the situation might not be exploited in a different direction.
How do you mean?
Oh, you have people in Brussels with access to the communists?
Informers, of course.
Oh, if the normal traffic in information was reversed.
Reversed?
Yeah, well, what I mean is, Berlin is insisting that Lifeline's activities be halted, yeah? And the communists? They must be concerned about your hostages. So as an exchange, if they could be persuaded to identify the Lifeline people? No, not yet. Yes, Georges the farmhand is keeping an eye open for them, but, Monsieur Foray, if your vegetables were lost in transit, they could be anywhere. Yes, yes, of course. I shall do what I can. Let's take it from A, Felix, and Madeleine. Try to remember that it's not a funeral march you are playing, but Marcello. Hmm? And 1, and 2, and 3,
Nothing?
Not yet.
Well, they can't just disappear, Albert.
Oh, look, if they're hidden from us, they're equally hidden from everybody.
Have they searched the area around the train crash?
But it's all farmland. I mean, they could be tucked away in one of 100 places. Want a drink?
Yes, please.
Anyway, wherever they are, we go to Jean Barsac's first.
Why?
Well, the crash happened near there, and he and Georges know that area much better than we do. Now, look, I'm sorry. You're going to have to go out again.
Yes, I know.
And take Dr. Kilderman's with you. If things are bad, you'll need his help.
Barsac?
Yeah?
He doesn't know me.
He's expecting one of us. Now, look. When you get to the village, go to the general shop. Don't get involved with the old man, Pito. It's his daughter, Danielle, you want. She keeps house for Barsac. She's not part of the line, but she's honest and reliable. Now, she'll tell you how to get to the house. Otherwise, you might waste hours trying to find it. Oh, damn, there was something else. Oh, yes. The 2 RAF men who were in the burnt-out Lancaster. Now, Georges has moved them.
So, Barsac's place is empty.
Right. Yes, Max?
You know somebody called Bluebeard?
Why?
He's just been pulled in on a dozen different black market charges. Oh. I should imagine some people in Brussels are hoping he's got the good manners to keep his mouth shut. Not a friend of yours, is he?
Yeah, just one damn thing after another.
Albert, get on to Alain.
Yeah, just a minute.
Please, get on to Alain. Get him to bring the van round. Move everything here of Bluebeard's.
I think I better go and lock the front door, don't you?
Do you know what that stuff costs?
You're in charge of Lifeline now. That comes first. Call Alain.
Yes, but Monique...
And tell him to dump it.
Still the same.
How about you? How do you feel?
You've been arrested!
The police are everywhere. Along the railway, the road junction.
Albert, did you get through to him?
In the end. It took me hours to find a usable telephone. I told him where we are and how things are. Got the upline working. The rest is chaos. Last night, the American.
Forget about him, Francois.
Didn't you see?
He's dead.
Here. Breakfast. Thanks. There's a woman in the farmhouse.
Oh?
Hanging out washing.
I'm glad you're back.
What about him?
What about him?
All right. Paul, you're soaked. Paul?
20 of our people. 20. Max won't lift a finger to save. I spent an hour in Brussels trying to knock some sense into his head. I should have saved myself a bus fare.
Father.
Danielle, what am I going to do?
Do you trust Kessler?
Oh, I would do if I could. I'd have to, but I can't. I've failed. Well, Max has failed me. There's nothing more I can do. Max could save 20 of our people, but he won't. Well, his sort of communism isn't mine. Oh, he speaks the same language, but his heart isn't in the right place. Comrade Max has only one loyalty to Comrade Max.
You've done all you can.
You know what I think? I think he wants to keep life flying for himself.
Paul, I'm worried. I had 2 people in here earlier, a father and daughter, I think. He bought an umbrella. The girl was wet through. I let her go back there to dry off. They were asking directions for Jean Balzac's house.
Balzac?
The girl left this behind. It's empty.
More of Balzac's blue-blooded friends. There's only one kind of spoilt bitch who can get stuff like this. What are you worried about,
The old man was looking at this.
Well?
Hardly Max's type.
No, Max!
No! Oh! It's pretty.
Pretty?
Yes.
It's empty, useless.
Look at this place! You know what my life has been like.
Yes, I know, Danielle. Don't look at me like...
I have to go.
You know how I feel. Have I changed? Have I changed, Danielle?
No.
No, then.
Oh, Paul.
Tonight. Oh, come back with me tonight.
No.
Why not? It's Balzac, isn't it? It is. It's him. You, Danielle, in love with a damned aristocrat. What hope in hell do you think you've got?
Please go!
How can I compete with a blind man?
He may be blind. He isn't useless.
Balzac!
Oh, you won't hurt him.
Yes?
Oh.
It's all right, I won't come back here again.
Oh. I can't help it.
None of us can. Those 2 who came here, they'd lost their way.
Yes.
My old Brunt, how would you like to fill your lungs with country air?
Now, yes. Renner told me this was to be a meeting of the utmost importance.
It is. I'm going hunting. Will you join me?
As soon as George gets back with the cart, he'll take you straight out to the barn.
I understand.
Have patience. If you try to find it without him, you'll only get lost.
Or arrested.
I can't just stay here doing nothing. I'll go and keep a lookout for George.
She may have a long wait. The girl sounds under strain.
I don't know how she stands up to it. Me, I'm getting too old for these games. I shall stay behind in my nice, cozy surgery.
We're neither of us ideal for this sort of thing.
Oh, no.
I think you're like me. You live each hour for what it is.
At my age, one doesn't count on the hour to come. One makes the best of the one has. This is the second lot of madness I've endured. I have no wish to live through a third. I was brought up with sentimental, old-fashioned notions about progress and the perfectibility of man. In fact, the world has grown more barbarous, not less.
Would you like to hear some music?
Very much.
Now, let's see. Ah, yes, Casals. This is my favorite.
We're ready.
Well, another time, perhaps.
You don't even know my name.
Nor do I wish to. What I don't know, I cannot talk about, or be made to.
Yes, of course.
Don't forget your umbrella.
Thank you.
Come and see me again. Casals will wait for you.
Indeed I will. We mustn't let a mere war stand between us and the important things of life.
What the hell's keeping them? They know we're here.
You've got to get to us, Francois. Trust Albert.
No, I trust Albert.
Who don't you trust? Francois? What did you mean by that? Who?
I was in a bar last week. Max was there with some people who don't share our interests.
What are you trying to say, Francois? We all know.
I know. I know. Well, the other night, I walked into Albert's office. Max was going through Albert's desk.
Well?
He wasn't even embarrassed. Don't you see? It's his innocence that worries me. He was too innocent.
Tell Albert. Well, tell Albert.
He's got enough to think about. Just forget it.
Francois, now you've told me. Now how can I possibly just forget it? Francois.
Monique.
Help her off with that jacket. Now, how about you?
I was lucky. It's all right.
Now then, breathe in slowly. Yes. You may have cracked a rib. I'll know better when I've given you a proper examination. Can you manage to get back to Brussels?
Yes.
And where are the others?
Upstairs.
Look at you, shall we?
Listen, Natalie, as soon as Pascal's finished, he'll take you back to Brussels on a bus, all right?
All right.
Good.
Oh, it's so... Oh.
This man's dead.
Francois. Now, Flight Lieutenant, we're going to stay here until it's dark to avoid the Germans. If Francois and I help you, do you think you can manage a few hundred meters tonight?
Yes, I'll try.
This one's dead.
I'll try and find a spade.
We can't leave him here for the Germans to find. Come on, Francois. There's a fence house near here. That's where we're going. Come on. You got him?
Yes.
No, wait.
Put him down. Put him down. Get out of the way. The door. The door.
It's a cold night, gentlemen. May I take your coats? Thank you, no. You should have written or telephoned. Found your way here without any trouble. We were given directions by a friend. Somebody I might know. Out here, Monsieur Barsac, you don't get many callers. Except for my regular pupils, no. I take it one of you gentlemen wishes to learn the cello. Bach, sonatas. You play Bach.
I teach better than I play. Bach. Very civilized German, don't you think? Monsieur Barsac, would you excuse me for one moment, gentlemen? Zizi? Zizi? Zizi, where are you? Come on, Zizi. Where have you got to? There's a good girl.
Do you live alone in this house?
Oh, yes.
You're not afraid?
Naturally, I am vulnerable. How could it be otherwise? I leave my back door open.
Open?
One morning I came down and found a gypsy asleep in the kitchen. Don't know which of us was the more surprised. Anybody can rob me. Why should I incur the added expense of a broken door?
Surely your disability...
Oh, please, please. I am blind. As a young man, I served my country.
Fighting against Germany?
Fighting for my country. As patriots, you will understand.
Yes, of course.
Others paid more dearly.
You have feelings of bitterness, yeah?
No, none at all. My pupils chop wood for me, peel the vegetables, and a woman comes in from the village to cook and wash when it suits me. There are times when I prefer not to be disturbed. The arrangement is haphazard, but it works. You kept me talking here about myself, and I've not yet learned your names. This is Major Brandt of the Luftwaffe Polizei. I'm Sturmbannführer Kessler, Gestapo. I believe you're expecting visitors, Monsieur Barsac.
Daniel! Daniel!
God's sake, Paul, you'll wake everybody.
Nobody else should lift a finger.
Oh, look at you. You'll catch pneumonia. Where have you been?
What's it to you where I've been? I did it, nobody else.
Paul?
It's not my fault. I love
Oh,
you.
you're drunk.
Of course I'm drunk. I've done a deal with Kessler. 20 comrades. So I've given him lifeline on a plate. All he has to do is come here and collect it.
Here?
Here. Oh, shut up, you old goat!
Paul?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Barzak's running lifeline. Danny. Daniel. He'll never love you, Daniel!
If necessary, I shall wait here all night. You're expecting a man and a woman to come here tonight? Yes. And yet you don't know who they are, where they live, their names, what they look like, anything about them, Sturmbannführer? I shall know the woman. You will remain here, monsieur. Who are you? Well?
I work here for Monsieur Balzac.
Show me your handbag. Your handbag at once.
Who are you?
Gestapo.
What have you done with him? He's through! Ah! Jean! Jean!
Well?
Jean! Jean! Jean!
Monsieur Barsac, this won't work for Lifeline. Who is she? Herr Sturmbannführer. How should I know? I am, as you know, a man of my word. The hostages will be released. As for Lifeline, I have knocked out one of the safe houses and eliminated one of its organizers. No, I am not dissatisfied.
You have no doubts about the woman?
Doubts?
That she was one of them?
None whatever. Can you, Herr Major, or even Oberstbruch in Berlin, prove otherwise?
And you've always been there with that helping hand. Yes, you've been good to me, so very good to me, so very good to me.